in order for anybody else outside of yourself to believe in you, you got to start believing in yourself. You can't keep telling yourself negative thoughts and thinking you're going to do something positive.
Welcome to the FocalFlip Podcast. Every week we take a deep dive into the mystery and stigma behind mental health and explore real-life stories of struggle and triumph. We aim to educate and encourage others as we bring together a diverse group of guests. From the streets to sanctuaries, classrooms to boardrooms, mental health does not discriminate, and neither do we. Prepare to laugh, prepare to cry, prepare to be changed. Let's get into it. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the FocalFlip Podcast. It's your boy Mike, season 2 still. I got a great dude sitting across from me right here that I've been trying to get on for a minute. He's been super busy. This is Boone County boys basketball head coach, Todd Humphrey. Todd, how are you, my man?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Dude, I'm pumped to have you out here.
Appreciate it, man. Likewise.
Yeah, within the first 4 months or so, I was talking about everybody that I wanted to get out here. And there was a lot of new coaches going into new roles and stuff like that. And so it's been interesting trying to get the logistics of stuff together. So I appreciate you making this happen. I know you're a busy dude, you know, like.
Appreciate it, man. I got 3 kids, man. They keep me busy.
I know. And see, I didn't even know that. That's why I'm excited. I'm excited to learn more about you, the person. I've seen you as the coach. We learned a little bit about you prior to us recording here. But I'm excited for a lot of these folks to meet you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So let's go ahead. That's why I wanted to have you on here. I think a lot of these schools are making great decisions on hires for their basketball coaches. And what I've noticed is some pretty cool trends of a lot of the coaches that are about our age, my age, and really seeing them up and coming into the high school ranks. Some of them have been coaching collegiately already and now have had head coaching roles in high school, you know? And so I just respect it and admire it very much. And I'm stoked to learn more about your story.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's go ahead. We'll get it started now. Currently, Coach has been coaching at Boone County High School. He was coaching girls and then made the transition to boys. So let's go ahead and start with, how long have you been the boys basketball coach?
This is my 2nd year, so 2 years into it, excited. Just, it's amazing to be working with these young guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've had, I work with these coaches a lot, and they've all spoke very highly of you, you know? So you go to Boone and get the girls' job first. Let's start with that. Like, that's when you first came to Boone, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with us there.
So I was at Holmes. I had been applying for head coaching jobs where it was on the boys or girls side, but I kind of knew that I wanted to try to get a job in the Northern Kentucky area, and I seen the Boone County girls job open, and I was like, man, I think I can do that. I think I can coach there. And I knew I had some younger talent that I had been training. I was really big in the training at that point in time with young kids. So I was training. I was like, man, if I get that job, I think a couple young ladies would play for me and stuff like that. And so I interviewed. I guess I interviewed pretty well, and they called me. I think they called Coach Sullivan up, and I think he called me probably about like an hour later after I got my interviews and stuff like that done. I think we were leaving out of a summer ball game at Holmes, and he's like, hey man, I think they're interested in hiring you, but you know, follow the process. And I was like, all right, appreciate you, man. Thanks for reaching out to me. And then I got the job. It was great. One of the biggest things that I loved about coaching the girls side or coaching there at Boone County, I got the chance to coach my younger sister. So I got to coach her for 2 years. And that was amazing because I had trained her for a little bit, and then we finally got the chance to be like,
oh, my gosh, this is cool.
So, yeah, I got to coach my younger sister.
You coached your younger sister?
Yes, it was amazing. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for nothing more. Got to coach a couple other young ladies that, you know, that I'm excited to see like keep growing. So it was really awesome. Like I think last year I went to the region tournament, the girls' region tournament, and I'm watching the game and I'm sitting in the crowd for the championship. I got 3 former players playing in the region championship. So I was like, man, it's a proud moment. And one of them happened to be my sister. So I was really excited about that just to see those kids grow.
That's really, really cool. Well, let's go here. Tell me about Okay, so that's your sister. Tell me about your family. Tell me about your story, your background. Where do you come from? How many siblings you got? Tell me about your family. Because let's go. I mean, you already got me in here now. Coach, my little sister. That's cool as hell. Like, I love that.
Man.
So tell me about your family. Give me your backstory here, Coach.
I normally start off, I'm just a common dude that's just true to his values, man. So biggest thing is I got three siblings. So through my mother and father, my older sister, older brother, and then I have my younger sister, which is not through my mom, but so that's my younger sister. But just decided, like, we're 18 years apart. So when I was leaving to go off to college, that's when she was born. Like, literally the night before I left to go off to college, she was being born. So that was a crazy thing for me. I was like, man, we're 18 years apart. I wonder how this is going to turn out later. And so now I'm an adult, 36, and she's about to be 18. And that's crazy. Like, I remember thinking 18 years ago, like, what our life was going to be. And now I'm watching her grow to a grown woman. Like, she's driving now. I'm like, oh. So, heart hurts.
Yeah, no kidding, man. That's really cool. I felt that. That's like it's like a big brother, but that fatherly type role, man. That big bro. Like, it's just cool. Yeah.
And so with our relationship with her, like, our dad passed away when she was 7. So aortic artery ruptured. So I kind of been her father figure since then. Wow. So, just, staying on her, trying to make her do the right stuff. But she's a great kid. She does a lot of great stuff that I'm proud of. So whether she's playing basketball or just being the young woman she is.
Yeah. Wow. How many siblings?
3. So older sister. I got an older sister. We're 5 years apart. I got an older brother. We're 13. So that's how that works. So I'm the baby.
That's how that works.
I was the baby of the family, and then
until you weren't.
Yep. Until I wasn't.
Until you weren't, man. Wow, that's really cool. What a cool dynamic. Okay, so what were you like as a child?
Rambunctious everywhere, man. I just had fun, man. I tried to be anywhere and everywhere. I loved going to the basketball court. I grew up probably maybe a half a block away from Randolph Park. So I spent all my summers at the court.
Randolph stories, baby.
Oh, man, Randolph Park. I made my sister go there and work out with me there. I was like, hey, if I cut my teeth here, you're going to get better here too. So we used to run the flood walk when she was about a freshman and sophomore. We used to go run the flood walk. Then we'll come down to the court and go get some shots up. And I was like, hey, this is what got me better. Surely God, it could get you better.
That's wild. God, Randolph Park, man. How many players?
Oh, tons, man.
Came up on that park, playing in that park.
Man, I'm talking about during the summer, the old timers.
Stories on this podcast.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Already. Keep going. I'll listen. Old timers.
Yeah, old timers, man. I used to sell water at old timers, so it's funny seeing the younger kids now. I think Amir Whimsy's younger sister, she sold water this past year, and they told her, it's like, oh, you got Todd's job now. So I was like, man, it's good to see kids still passing on that tradition. Yeah. So
I eat that stuff up. Because that's the stuff that I don't ever want to go away. And down there, that's just something that's always been a staple. And that's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so your love for basketball came when exactly?
I was thinking about that, man. My love for basketball just came from playing at the parks, having fun. I remember being a kid, when I was able to get on my bike and leave my street and drive and ride a couple places. There's so many parks in Covington. So if we couldn't get a game at Randolph, we'd ride out to 6th District. They had a little mini hoop over there. We'd go to 15th and Eastern. If we were able to, we'd ride out to Latonia, go to Latonia Terrace or Latonia Elementary, and then we'd try to circle back to Gobles Park before we went back to Randolph. And
God, I love this so much.
That was my love right there. And then I would say the field house, man. I remember going to Holmes Gym and being in the field house when I was a kid, just man, this is nice. And then looking up, my uncles' names were all on the banners. And I can remember, when you're running laps at the, in practice, you gotta start looking up at stuff on the walls to get you through running laps. So I'm looking up, and every day I just look at those banners while I'm running. Like, man, I gotta get a banner. I gotta get one. So that was kind of where my love really came for it. Like, I just wanted to be good. I just wanted to be one of my family members on the banner. Like, my dad was on the plaque downstairs in the locker room. So
what's your dad's name?
His name's Todd Humphrey. So I'm named after him.
Yeah. So
my Uncle Jim, he was on the 76, 77 team.
Really?
My dad played 78, 79, and a little bit of 80. And then
I love this.
And then my Uncle Ramon, he played, he was on the region championship team in 88. So it was just like family tradition. Like, like you played at Holmes. Like you did. You
think? Yeah. 100%. That's rich.
Yeah. So when I got my chance, I was like, man, I got to get a banner. I got to get one. I got to get up there. So that was my main thinking. Like, I just wanted to play. I just wanted to have fun, hang out with my friends. All of them were playing basketball. So just wanted to be around with the guys.
Yeah. So tell me about your high school days. Tell me about what it was like playing.
Oh, it was amazing, man. But like I tell my players now, like, guys, I kind of started off behind the bench, man. I wasn't the best player at first. Wasn't the best player later on until, like, I really worked to get to that moment. So I tried to tell them, man, I think my sophomore year, they just brought me along to away games just to clap, man, because he knew I was going to be a good bench player.
Good cheerleader. Yeah.
I told him, I was like, man, I think the water boy had more say-so than me at that point in time. So that early on was just a lot of growing, trying to play, trying to figure out, like, what my role was, what my niche was, what could I do to help the team, what could I do to get on the court.
Yeah.
And so that was, I'm talking about with all that talent. So I consider
tell
myself.
Me who all the talent was, because you were a sophomore. Who all was on that?
Oh man, I'm talking about. We had Greg Rice. I'm talking about. We used to call him G Money, man, because every time he got it, it was money. Duran Jefferson was amazing. Duran. Yeah, I'm talking about Austin Hill. I used to have to guard him every day in practice, man. He was the sweatiest guy I knew, but golly, I'm trying to hang on to him for dear life. I'm like, I can't grab him because the sweat. I'm just sweating off of him. Yep. But I think those were the things that got me better when it was my time to actually shine. Because once those guys left, like, we had no choice. We couldn't depend on those guys. So it was just our moment. And I think we really made the most of it my senior year in 08.
Who all was on your roster? Who were your teammates in 08?
Brayon Avery was our point guard. You had Jamil Riley. He came off the bench, was a backup point guard. Rez Henderson was our best player.
Yeah, Rez was good.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Rez was a nightmare since the 8th grade. Like, we used to pass him the ball on the baseline. He just turned two-step, dunk it on somebody.
That's insanity, dude. Yeah.
And so, like, we knew he was special since then. Man, Ricardo, his brother JJ, Josh Nelson, Terrence Clark was another one of our centers. My cousin Tracy Pope, he was another one of our centers. So Tony Hall, that couple guys didn't get as much playing time as they wanted or they should, but I remember in practice, nobody could guard Tony Hall while we were pressing. So it was funny. We ran a lot because of Tony Hall, like, as a group. Like, our coach would be like, man, you can't guard Tony. And we're like, no, coach. Nobody can guard Tony right now. So
just cooking.
Yeah, so it was just fun. Like, it was so many guys that had talent that could play. And for some instance or another, some guys got to go on and play college, some guys didn't.
Yeah. Wow. So tell me about, what was it like after Holmes?
I got a scholarship to Lindsey Wilson College, so I went down there and played. Learned a lot about myself. One of the things I wanted to do was try to get away, because I knew staying in Northern Kentucky probably wouldn't be the best thing for me. Yeah. And I wanted to get away and kind of discover myself.
Spread your wings a little bit.
Yeah. So I went down to Lindsey Wilson, Adair County, middle of nowhere.
That's Adair?
Yeah, Adair
Yeah,
County.
it isn't. Okay.
Yeah. Only fun thing that if you wanted to do something fun, you had to drive 45 minutes to Campbellsville.
Oh, bro.
So you had to go up to Campbellsville. My freshman year, we did have a movie theater in town, and then they closed it. So if you wanted to go to the movie theater, you had to plan an hour ahead because Campbellsville was in Eastern time zone.
Holy moly.
And and Columbia, Dare County was in Central Time Zone. So you had to really strategically plan out stuff.
That's pretty interesting. You had to literally deal with 2 different time zones right there.
Oh yeah, crazy.
That's wild.
And it's like a 15 minutes. Like literally, you drive 15 minutes, the time changes. So
that's crazy. I've never had to experience anything like that. That's for sure. So, man. So, what was your experience like at Lindsey Wilson?
Great.
Because you're in the middle of nowhere. What was it? You know, you're spreading. You said I wanted to spread my wings, and so what was it? What was your experience like there?
A little different than big city life. You get to college.
Yeah, it's a lot different than being in Covington.
Yeah, big difference. I'm talking about. You got to look up and actually see the stars. So that was something that was pretty cool. You go outside, you're like looking up there. Ain't too many street lights. I think it might have been like 4 or 5 in the town, like in the town to come live.
Yeah.
So the big thing was like halfway through the year, we got a super Walmart. Mm-hmm. So that was nice. So that was the fun thing to do. You drove out.
Go to Walmart.
Go to Walmart. It's 24 hours, man. You got bored in the dorms. Hey, y'all, let's go to Walmart.
Go to Wally World.
Who's got a car? Let's go to Walmart. So I was always a guy with a car. So me and my teammates, we'd go running over there, have some fun, like just walk around the store, try to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. All right. What did you study in college?
I started off, I wanted to be a business major.
Okay.
Keyword was I wanted to be. Life told me I wasn't going to be.
Why is that?
I got in that math class, and I'm like, I keep taking the same math. Like, I tried to keep my schedule the same since I was, a kid.
Yeah.
So, especially with basketball, you had basketball practice afterwards, So, I wanted my schedule to stay, that 8 to 3 range. And I get off, I don't know why I scheduled math both semesters right behind lunch. So, I go to lunch, go to math. I'm in there trying to keep my eyes open. I'm gonna make it. And I would almost fall asleep and just. I'm talking about once they started putting nothing but letters, no numbers in the math. I was like, oh man, this is whooping my butt. Dude, I was like, hey, I need to know why A and Q are like. I need a number.
I just need the numbers.
I need 1 or 2
Stop
numbers.
adding the letters.
Yes, that's all we were doing. So I was like, man. So they told me, they like, hey, communication majors, they have to take a different math. I was like, oh. What's that math? And so I got in there. I passed out with an 89. So I was like, yeah, I know I went stupid, man. I got this. And so that was my big thing. I was like, you know what? I can talk to people all day long. Let me become a communication major. So that's what I studied. That's what I left with, a communication degree. Wow. And I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mom prayed for a lot of days that I got that degree. So Mom, I made you proud.
Dude, I love that. I was the first in my family to go to college.
Oh, no, I was the last. That's my problem.
I got my degree. You said I was the last.
Yeah, my older brother, I'm talking about.
I was proud of mine, man.
Man, he graduated. He graduated through the Air Force and all that stuff. Like he's works for the civilian side and also works for the helps out with the Department of Defense and stuff like that. Like he works on the Harrier craft, so he's carrying stuff all over the world.
Wow.
So like half his week he's either here or Spain, Germany. And so I'm like, man, he's like, he tried to get me to join. I'm like, no, I don't think that's my niche. I think that's yours. Yeah. And then my sister, she's a nurse, so she's almost so high up. She teaches stuff like that.
Wow.
So yeah, it was like, you either had to figure some stuff out, man. I got 2 older siblings that are doing stuff with their life, so I was like, I can't be the only one not.
Yeah. Good for you, man. That's really good stuff. No, I have a lot of friends who are communications majors. And it's kind of funny, like a lot of folks didn't really use much to it. And now we're all looking back at that. We're like, use it a lot. Like, it's unbelievable.
Oh, man. Yeah. Nah. So, especially with my day job, talking to the kids, like, my communication degree comes in every day. So,
yeah, we're going to transition into that. So, I'll tell you what. I thought I am a very intentional person. I'll show you guys this. Coach Humphrey got here and gifted me a book. And people that know me really well, how much I read. And I do not have this book. I'm fired up about it. I knew this book existed. But you gifting this is really cool. So thank you for this.
I'm glad I can add something to your collection.
Oh my gosh, come on, the greatest.
Oh yeah,
I'll be reading it probably tonight, to be honest with you. So, and I use this to segue because this kind of things that I do. I like to do leadership stuff. I like to study what the greats have done. I love to observe other people. Do a lot of different behavioral analysis type stuff, and it's just it fascinates me. So when I learned professionally and stuff to not be selfish and stuff, I need to start studying other people and doing that, and then applying what I learned from them into my own type of leadership and coaching and business as well. It's been tremendous for me. So this means a lot. And my question for you is, where does this come from? Where does your leadership style come from? Because I admire this kind of stuff. So clearly, you're a culture guy. Okay, you're leading programs now. Hearing a little bit about that backstory. So let's talk about where that comes from. What have you learned and now and going into these coaching roles? Because to give me a book right away, bro, that's huge. Like, not a lot of people do that stuff. That's real stuff.
I give that book out to my Men of Boone group. So we have a Men of Boone group that we created through the school, and I'm leading the program now. So we do a lot of service projects in the community. We do we do a mentorship program with one elementary schools with their 5th grade boys that are transitioning into middle school. So with our senior groups, they're transitioning into adulthood. So they've been there. They understand, like, hey, I've been through middle school. So we go over there. We meet for about 5-6 weeks. And credit to my wife. She forcibly tried to get me into reading. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, man.
Yeah.
And then with the, I think the artist Nipsey Hussle, I think he had like 20 or 40 books that he told everybody that they should read. So I started with, I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna audio book this. And that was a couple stuff like that. And then I started liking it. I really started getting into it. And the biggest thing I told myself was during the off season, let's pick up other people's thinking. Let's learn from other people. So every year I pick a different coach's book and I try to read it during the off season, and just to see where their mindset was, try to get their principles. And I stumbled along. I don't know if I came across this book first or secondly, but I think his first book might have been that I read was Mentorship and leadership, just learning from other people. And so I got into his book and I was just like, man, I got to reading that book. I was like, man, other people need to read this. Other people need to check this book out. And it was a great read. I probably done read it 20 more times than what I should have. But each time I read, I get something new. I pick out something. And with leading my guys, it's funny. Like my last year group, they could care less about, like, we start off every practice with a quote, with something from that's outside of basketball, or it might pertain towards basketball, but we start off with a quote. And it's funny, this year's group, I'll get to talking, hey, coach, what's the quote of the day? What are we doing today? What's the quote? And so I'm like, And a lot of my quotes I got from that book or I got from somewhere else. So like I said, I picked that book up at 30, and I wish I would have picked it up a lot sooner.
Man, yeah, that's awesome. That's inspiring to hear. I can actually relate with you very much on that. I didn't pick up majority of my books. I could always read. I wasn't really good at retaining stuff. Majority of those over there, with the exception of probably 4, have all been read since I've been sober.
Awesome.
And that's kind of what I learned too was, let's see what other people do, and let's learn and find what good looks like, what winning looks like, and apply that.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I mean, it's
one of the things I say is others got good ideas too. So, just because you think you might have the best way, trust me, somebody else might have an even better way. So,
yeah.
And picking up Wooden's book. It was like, hey, he's won 10 national championships. Let's figure out why he was so successful.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's exactly the way I think. I'll give you a current example of that, who I'm studying now. And it's Kurt Signetti. You know?
Yeah, I like Kurt.
Right? How could you not?
Nah, I like him.
He is a systems dude, does it right, and it's so fascinating. Because I've never seen a coach carry himself in such a way while calling his shot and sticking to his system and then following through with it.
Oh, nah, he followed through.
Convincingly.
Oh, yeah, he called it from the moment he got there.
Yeah, so I've been following a lot of some of his different mindset stuff, and it's incredible how much of the things that like different people use as far as like never too high, never too low, like just I'm fascinated by that. So this guy, 100%. Phil Jackson, my Kobe book's probably still sitting open on the table. But yeah, just all those things where you learn that.
So one of the things I'm talking about at the end, we normally audio book this book, like not the whole book, but at the back of it, it has his pyramid to success. And so at the back, it just kind of literally lays it out. So we'll audio book it, get some pizza right after a practice. And so we'll go through the pyramid and we'll have guys write down, what they think each block means to them, and what all the stuff is going to be and what they personally got from it. And that's something we've been doing the past 2 years with the guys. And I picked it up when I first picked up the book with the young ladies. And so we did it there. Then we flipped it over to the guys. See,
I love it.
And
great job.
Like I tried to tell the kids, like he wrote this book in his 90s.
Did he really?
Yeah, this book was written when he was probably about 90, either between 95 and 98.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing but wisdom in here.
Yeah, so he lived to be 99 years old. So he lived from 1910 to 2010. So he's seen about everything.
Yeah, here's the pyramid right here.
So
I've never seen this before.
So that hangs up in my office. I try to tell the kids, like, hey, man, I'm like as great as I think I am, I'm still learning. I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that I want them to understand. It's like, hey, I know I remember being 16. I remember I thought I was right as rain. And I realized how wrong I was when I kept getting older. So, and that's what I'm like, hey, if I can get this book in your hands when you're 18, you probably won't read it right now. But we'll audio book it together. We'll have some pizza. We'll have some snacks. Yeah. And so, like, that's what we do. We do the mentorship part first, and then we all come together the second part of the semester, and we'll read this book, and then we'll go through it. And because the whole beginning is, I'm talking about the book's name is Lifetimes of Observations on and Off the Court. And so the whole beginning, the first chapter or the first passage of it is just talking about who he was and where he got his teachings. And I was just like, man, I'm enamored by it. And one of our kids, like last year in our Men of Boone group, kid looked back like, what?
Denny Crumb's wrote the intro on this.
Oh, yeah. He's got Denny Crumb, a couple other guys
An
with him.
Uncommon Man. This is pretty cool. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, so.
That's what I've said, too. A lot of the stuff I've done and, we create or what we build are just pieces that we've stolen and that we've been taught from others, and you just keep applying those different pieces to it. I really admire that you do that. You do this with your basketball team, or which groups of people do you do this with?
I try to blend it together. Like our basketball team will read the Pyramid of Success, but the whole book I give to my Men of Boone group. So we have 33 guys, so they all get selected by their teachers. So I send out
that's cool.
I send out an email towards the end of their junior year, and I list all the junior boys that are in our school, and the teachers pick them. So during your times in their classroom, they pick and choose who are Men of Boone. I have no say-so in it. And so they pick it.
I like this a lot.
And so those set the tone for the guys that are in our Men of Boone. So I tried to really play up the program because I'm the youth service coordinator there at the school.
Tell me your role, yeah.
I'm the youth service coordinator at Boone County High School, so I relieve a lot of the boundaries that stop kids from coming to school, whether that's, homelessness, don't have clothes, food, mental health reasons, physical health reasons. So that's literally my whole job in the school, is just to relieve the boundaries that would stop you from being able to come to school.
Wow.
So
respect that.
And then
very much.
That's one of the things we work on. And I try to tell the guys, like, the book, every kid gets one of those books. So when you leave out of Boone County, if you're a Men of Boone, you get that book. And then during graduation, you get a Men of Boone graduation stole. So we also created a Women of Boone group too. So they also mentor 5th grade young ladies. That program's actually coming up right now. So I think Wednesday will be our first installment with the Women of Boone. And so we meet with 5th grade girls and we go over to their school. We have lunch with them.
Very cool.
And that one's more about body image, with the
100%,
stuff that young ladies go through. And I'm more on the outside of that club because I'm a boy. When I walk into that room, they're like, oh, man, there's a boy in here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just here as, to monitor the hallway, just to make sure everything's good with the Women of Boone. And so there's my counterpart at the elementary school.
Yeah.
She goes in and does the mentorship with the girls.
I think it's fantastic.
I'm mostly focused on the boys side.
Would you guys, I think it's fantastic. Would you ever let me observe that program some?
Yeah. Come on.
I have, of course, I've got all of my background checks and stuff, but I love that. So I do programs and tailor stuff and then create curriculums with different groups. And I absolutely love that.
Oh, hey, we can definitely figure out a way to get you in.
I'd like to check that out because I think that's excellent that you guys do that. And I like that you call it Men at Boom and then Women at Boom. When did you implement it?
We had to kind of shut it down during COVID. So that's kind of when I got the job. But right after that, I was like, you know what? When we're able to get this back going, like I want to go full 10 toes down into it and try to make sure we're doing stuff that betterments all the kids in Boone County.
That's excellent.
So it's really nice now because I get kids that are now in middle school or whatever, or after they get done with the program, they'll see me out at Kroger's or somewhere or at a football game. Like, hey, you're in the Men of Boone. I'm like, yeah, you're in the Men of Boone too, man. So that's awesome.
That's cool.
So they get a T-shirt with the mentors' names on the back and the mentees. Talking about this year was the first year that we really started doing service projects, and so our club got paid for doing service projects. Good. So we helped the elderly couple that wouldn't be able to redo their yard. So we redid their yard. We helped the elderly man that was moving out. We helped him get a lot of his stuff out, and so we got paid for that stuff. Well, the kids did. So we bought sweatshirts and sweatpants for them so that they could look, pretty prestigious.
I would love to collaborate with you guys on stuff. If you ever want to do some things with Men at Boone and you want to get them out and come out to any of our businesses and leadership type stuff, we do roundtables. That'd be I'd love to collaborate with you. That's
we just had
right up my alley, man. It really is. So I respect and appreciate it.
We just had a group meeting. We do it bi-weekly, so not this week, but next week we'll have another one. We'll love to try to get you in to talk.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that's the stuff that I'm here for.
Yeah. So
because that's what I noticed, like with our youth. Like I've done this big thing on digital. Like the whole thing with technology, and you talk about like with the ladies. It's so funny you brought that up because I just had a health fair today with FocalFlip, and I was specifically had some ladies there that I'm looking for, so you can kind of help funnel them to as well. So I love that you've got the Women at Boone coming up. You got the Men at Boone because we've got a similar type thing. I'd love to come and see how we can support too, because that's awesome. Because I'm the same way. I want to build this huge team, and it's leadership.
Shout out to the counselors over at Yelly Elementary. They make this thing really possible, and they've been doing it. So I wanted to make sure I give Miss Rachel a good shout out about it because
shout out for Miss Rachel.
Yeah,
Yelly.
Yeah, she's been doing amazing. So I guess they call her Miss Anderson. Yeah, Miss Rachel Anderson. So
okay, Miss Rachel Anderson. Shout out. I love it. I'll say it myself. I love it.
Yeah. The Women of Boone program is really great. Like they do like the last week is like a selfie walk. Like all the young ladies take a selfie of each other. The mentees, the mentors all take a selfie, and then they write on Post-it notes like positive things, and it's not with makeup on. So they wanted to let the girls know, like, you're beautiful, you're accepted as what you are. And so they all write positive affirmations on the Post-it note and put it around their picture. And so when the kids go around at the gallery walk, it's after school and stuff like that. So when they go around at the gallery walk, they get to see, hey, there are people that think positive stuff about me, because the world tells you nothing but negative things, and those are the things that you kind of hold on to in your head.
It is.
It's those negative thoughts.
It's 100%. I talk about this a lot.
So
it is. I absolutely love everything you guys are telling me right now. I think it's amazing. I'm known for my positivity. I'm a positivity guy. The greatest illustration that I've seen on negativity, because that's it. The greatest illustration that I've seen on negativity is, they take a white piece of paper and drew a black dot, like in the middle.
That's all you can see.
Yeah. And I said, all right, what do you see on this piece of paper? And everybody tells you a black dot. But you couldn't see the whole white piece.
Yeah, what about all that white around there? Yeah, that's the number one. Yeah.
And as I aged and the more mature that I've become and the wisdom that I've gained, negativity crushes me, man. And it's amazing because, like, it crushes our youth. But, like, positivity is the only way to go. And I feel like just because of one negative thought, we end up consuming ourselves by that. And then they create their identity in it. And it's not that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of the things we're trying to fix with our basketball program. Like, we got, we might not have the best players, like, coming out of high school, middle school. So our biggest thing is building them up and make like, that's what I struggle with on the girls' side, because some of the girls that I had, it wasn't the first pick at their, middle school. So they were kind of told, hey, you need to pass the ball to her, and your job's really not to shoot. Yeah. And so I had a young lady tell me, like, I sat down with her during lunch, and she goes, middle school, I get to middle school, they tell me I got to pass the ball to her and her. Those are the two people that get the ball, and, don't shoot the ball. And I get to you, and you're telling me you're going to take me out if I don't shoot the ball. I'm like, yeah, everybody's got to contribute up here, man. Like, I need you.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things, is building our kids' confidence and building trust within themselves. It's like that's what I really try to focus on. Like, I was telling the kid today, like, you got to learn, you got to trust yourself that you can do that move. Like, talking about something just as simple as passing with your left hand because you're a right-hand guy. But you gotta attempt it. Like, right now is the best time for you to fail in practice. So if you actually attempt failing right now, like, attempt that pass with your left hand right now, or finish the push off with your left hand, I promise you. It's like, I promise you'll be fine. Like fail. Like, show me that you actually trust yourself enough to fail this way. Because we've been failing this way, and we know that doesn't work. So let's try it this way.
Gotta change it. Yeah, gotta try it. Golly. Yeah, you sound so much like me as I've been coaching my kids too. Because I've literally looked at them and said, same thing. I'm like, look, if I'm going to believe in you, and if I'm going to trust you to shoot the ball, you need to trust you. Mm-hmm. You need to start believing in yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Believe in yourself. Stop overthinking all these things. Like, that is what it is. They're afraid to fail.
Yeah, I call it, I tell them.
You're going to fail a million times in life.
I say, you got to have irrational confidence. And they're like, what? I'm like, in order for anybody else outside of yourself to believe in you, you got to start believing in yourself. You can't keep telling yourself negative thoughts and thinking you're going to do something positive. So that's the biggest thing that we're really pushing to our guys, is like, once you start believing in yourself, and that's our motto, like, literally, that's on the wall in our locker room that I put up, is believe. Like, it starts with us believing, and then we can start achieving. And that's our biggest thing.
I love that. So are you seeing the growth and the development of your athletes, of your players?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of growth from us, but the biggest thing is it's like with our guys, even though we're telling you to believe, you got to start doing it outside of what I'm saying to you guys. Like, oh, man, I believe in you. Like, I know if nobody else does, I believe in you, but you got to want to start believing. Like, that's our breakout chant when we leave the locker room. That's our chant when we step to the court, is believe. It just starts right there. And then we're seeing the growth, but the biggest thing of it is the games tell you the truth. So So, you could do all the planning and preparation that you want, but competition exposes the things that you need to work on. And I love playing the game. So, because that lets our kids know, like, hey, what do we really need to work on?
Yes.
Like, we're not, I always refer to, like, going, I don't call it war, but, when you're going out there in the game, practice, bullet, they're blanks. So those are blank bullets. But when you get out there in the game and somebody else got a different jersey on than you, and the clock's on, and there's some referees, your parents are in the stands, popcorn's popping, the cheerleaders over there, your little girlfriend is in the crowd, and you get a little nervous. And now I'm like, that's the thing. Like now the bullets are real, and now we're starting to change up than what we used to be, like what we were showing in practice. So
yeah, you sound like every one of my thoughts.
So that's what I try to get through our kids. It's like, hey, the game exposes what we need to work on. Like, are we strong enough? Are we handling the other team's pressure? Are we physical enough?
Right.
Are we disciplined enough? And so from there, we work on those things. We take those things that we see that we're not doing good with, and all right, that's next practice. That's what we're going to work on this off season. All right, strength and conditioning. That's a big thing we're working on. Just knowing the game, because even though we got some seniors, the biggest thing when I took over the program, I had 5 total points on varsity. Not 5, got like 5 total points. One kid had hit a 3 in one game when they was up by 30. Another kid got a layup in that same game. Those were the points I had. So everybody, they had 9 seniors the year before, and they were a really good team that year before.
Yeah.
So it was just like I got a whole bunch of JV guys that never had that chance to actually play in varsity. So now it's your show. And so that's the biggest thing that we're learning. And then like the gap last year between those guys.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Like our third leading scorer on the team averaged 9, and he was a baseball player. I walked down the hall. I was like, "Hey man, you want to play basketball?" I was like I know you tried out for the team your sophomore year. Like they said you were really good. Like I don't know why. I think he was coming to workouts and stuff like that. And then when tryouts started, he just didn't pop up. And so I was like, "You want to play?" He's like, yeah, sure, I'll play. Shoot, he averaged 9 points for us last year. So it was just
good for you, man, and getting those kids. That's the thing. Get them out.
Yeah,
get them out there to play.
So even though we got some older guys, we're still basketball young. Like we still got some learning to do, and that's my role with this group. Like
teaching the hows and the whys.
Yeah, like going.
You gotta develop IQ.
Yeah, going into the girl. Like it's funny because this role right now that I'm in is familiar to me because I had to take the same role when I took the girls' job. So when I interviewed for the girls' team, I knew how many points they had coming back. Like that was one of the big reasons why I got the job. It was like they were like, "Hey, this guy actually knows what's really happening." Like instead of this is Boone County. Like this is Boone County girls. Like they've been a powerhouse for ever since.
Yeah, Fuchs.
Yeah, ever since the 80s. Like they have been a powerhouse since the 80s. So a lot of people probably came in during their interviews thinking like Boone County was still a powerhouse. And when I got in there, I'm like, hey, I know 98, 99% of the scoring is gone. And when I took over the program, I think I had one young lady that scored 2 points in a varsity game because they were up by so much or whatever, because the year before they were pretty decent. And so I kind of knew like what I was getting myself into. And the biggest thing in my head, I wanted to win so bad, but the biggest thing with coaching the girls team was I learned patience. Like I wanted to win. Like that's all I knew was winning. Like when I played like college, like we won there, like we were winning there. And so, and I started off when I was assistant coach, at Dixie, and we won 2 district championships, made it to the Final Four of the region both times I was there. So it's just like, all right. And then I get to Holmes and we're fairly decent there. So I'm like in my head, I'm like, man, I want to win. But we went in a winning type of environment. We were in a teaching environment.
Yep.
And it was a lot of teaching going on. So just trying to catch our kids back up to what the varsity level was. And so that was the thing. Like I had young ladies that I had for 3-4 years. Like we were building.
Yeah.
So flipping over to the boys side is the same thing. So I kind of knew what I was getting into. I was like, hey, all right, well, this is what year 1's going to look like. Year 2's going to feel like this. year 3 is going to feel like this.
Yeah.
I didn't make it to year 4, so now when I get to year 4, it's going to be all brand new to me. So because when I took over the boys' job, it was kind of much the same thing. Instead of me having 2 points, I had 5. So, and granted, we had a kid that could put the ball in the bucket my first year, and so now our team's not as strong with that kid that could put the ball in the bucket, but we got a lot of guys that can, like, that if they play together and play by committee, we're pretty dang good. And that's what we're trying to work on. It's like we don't have that one star, but we got a lot of guys that can, if they do stuff the right way,
they can do it collectively.
Yeah, we got a good collective. And shoot, man, like, we're still young this year. Like, my backup point guard is a freshman. Like, my best player is a sophomore. So, like, we're excited about our future, but we got a lot of teaching to keep going.
A lot of teaching, man. A lot of teaching. No, I think, golly, it's like you're the perfect person for the job. What is it that, I mean, yeah, your job being youth services coordinator, I can see your passion and your love for that. What else makes you love Boone County so much?
The kids. I'm talking about, like, the way Boone County is now. It's just like, a lot of sought after kids, like, not sought after kids, like, but we have a lot of great kids in the building. Like, our kids are amazing that go to Boone County, and that's something I really like. Like, others might not think that, but
why? That's what I was wondering. People were like, "Yeah, they wouldn't want to take those jobs," and then you came in. Like, that's what's been unique about you. You're like, you were a rambunctious kid, and now you're saying I've learned patience. My encounter with you, it's like you are very patient. You're very chill.
Try to be.
Yes, and handed me the book and all that stuff. So now, what I look at is like, I've learned you in this conversation, is you're the perfect person for that job, those jobs, especially with where the program was at. When it seems like a lot of folks, if they weren't from there, wouldn't be interested in the job, And then I didn't know if it was just because like talent wise, the sports and stuff had fallen off, or because it's more within the city, and there's more like diversity, or there's more, issues within that school system. It's like, it was just interesting to see people not do it. When I have friends who have played there, come from there, tradition rich, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think it's like, it's cool seeing you come in and coaching the girls there, listen to the way that you're teaching it, because that's exactly the way you'd have to do it. But then having the patience to do it, coming from where you come from, being that winner, that grind, but now knowing what it takes in developing these people and trusting this process. It's not an easy thing to do, Coach.
No, yeah. I used to tell them all the time, like, when our kids, I was like, guys, when I played AAU, like, I played on the C League team because I was younger than everybody else, but the B League. But the guys up ahead of me were Duran Jefferson, Greg Rice. Like, they all played together. Austin Hill, they played AAU together. So every once in a blue moon, I get a call up to go sit on the bench with our AAU team. Very once in a few moons, but I played on the C League team of the Tar Heels. So I was the man on that team. So, but we wasn't that good. So I'm like, dang, man, why? So, and just playing my role and just understanding, like, hey, like in due time, stuff's going to come your way. But I see those kids that walk the halls of Boone County, I see myself in them, because, like, like at Holmes, people don't think much of Holmes. And when I was there and when my buddies were there, like, that was our biggest thing to try to change, was that perception. Like,
yeah.
I like, literally, we probably had this conversation last week with the boys. It's like, guys, like, I don't like people talking about y'all. Like, I don't like when I was your age, like, I hated somebody trying to talk negative about me or where I came from, or,
bro,
So,
yes.
So I'm like, right now, like, y'all are in it, but you're not trying to do too many things to fix it. And I want y'all to. Like, I really want y'all guys to understand, like, you don't have to, like, our freshman coach came in, and, me and my assistant coach were telling them at halftime stuff they need to fix and how we need to get stuff better. And then our freshman coach, I was like, I always end off, Coach, you got anything, coaches? So he goes, our freshman coach comes in and says, Antoine Hall goes, hey guys, what they're telling you doesn't have to be your reality. You can come out, change this, and change the perception, and do stuff like that. And I think that game we came back and really, pulled away from the team that we were playing against. But it was just nice to hear, like the kids kind of understood, like, yeah, we don't have to accept this. Like, we could choose. Like, this is our choice if we want this to be that way. And that's why I want them to understand that life. Like, you don't have to accept anything. You control your destiny. You control everything. And that's what it is. Like, trust me, I remember going to Holmes, like, oh, you go to Holmes? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, I go to Holmes. I'm proud of that. Like, I'm a proud graduate of Holmes. So that's one of the biggest things that I want our kids to start to understand is, like, be a proud graduate of Boone County. Be proud. Like, it's what you make of it. And if you want it to be negative, it could be negative. But what I came to realize with life is what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Yeah. So if you keep thinking negative thoughts, everything probably is negative. If you think positive thoughts, I'm pretty sure it's hard to see the negative in it. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing I'm preaching to our kids.
Good for you. You're doing a heck of a job. That's awesome. You really are. Because that's we're similar dudes, man. We're more similar than you think, probably. It's I admire it very much. What do you hope former players say about how you help them as men? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. There's a quote, and I got it from that book, but it's from Amos Alonzo Stagg. So he used to be the coach of the University of Chicago when they were a national power. So a reporter came up to him after a game, was like, hey, coach, you had a really great year, really great year. And he goes, I won't know that until about 20 years from now. And what he meant was the youngsters underneath his tutelage. He wouldn't know what they turned out to be for another 20 years. And I was like, I like that quote because as much as I, right now in the moment, I think I'm doing something, but I'm more proud of the kids when they, succeed in life. God, yeah. I still talk to my first year being the girls coach. Like I had one senior that year, and we just she probably never she played basketball in the 8th grade, and so we needed girls that year, and so because we didn't know if we were gonna have enough girls to do everything, and we had a freshman team, a JV team, and a varsity team, and so she now goes to NKU. I honestly seen her last semester. We took a group of seniors up there to tour NKU because a lot of our kids don't get a chance to see. Get to tour schools. So we took our seniors up there, and so I seen her in the food court. And she stopped by my house last year because my neighbor in my neighborhood right across the street from me is a boy that she talks to. And so she went over his house last year, and so him and her walk across the street, see me and my wife just in the garage watching our kids play. It's getting dusk outside, so our kids are still playing outside. And so they come over and talk to us for about 30 minutes. And I asked her, how's stuff going? How's school going? What's everything? And so, oh, yeah, I'm in my junior or senior year. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, man, that's great. You going to send me an invite to your graduation when you graduate college? Oh, yeah, coach, I got you. Blah, blah. And that's what I'm excited about. I still keep up with them. I got a young lady. Her senior year was my last year being the girls coach. And the Rao game, when we played at Rao, she was there. So she comes up to me. She sent me an invite to her graduation party when she, graduated from high school. I still see mom and dad every now and again. I seen them during the girls' senior night last week. Her mom and dad. So she couldn't make it, and so we're talking about her. How UK's going, how she's doing in college, and so how they're growing up. And that's the stuff I like. It's like I want to see you succeed in life. Basketball is just a little brief moment that we get. Yeah. And if I'm doing my job right as a coach, then basketball could teach you a lot about life.
Preach. Yeah, it does. I had a kid that I coached, and he was made fun of quite a bit, underprivileged. And I launched our tea company. I show up at a farmer's market this year, and I just hear my name get called out. And I turn around, I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see anybody I recognize. You know, it's like, hey, Mike, Coach Kennedy. I'm like, huh, okay. Somebody from the Brotherhood, like, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So I turn around and it's this kid that I coached back at Heritage Academy. You know, we weren't very good at all. But he had remembered me as his coach and how he loved that I was his coach and I was his favorite coach. He went through all kinds of different mental health problems, went through some rough stuff, started a hot sauce company that took off at COVID. Bang. And then to come up in me and kind of dap me up and give me a hug, say, I love you and I love playing for you. I learned these things from, like, I wouldn't have even known that. And here he was telling me kind of the story. And then look what he's done with himself.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, those are the things I'm excited for. It's like, I want to see what your life. Like,
what comes from this?
Yeah, like, basketball's great. Trust me. Like, I try to tell the kids all the time, use basketball. Don't let it use you. And at one point in time, once I figured that out, I started using basketball. And it got me a lot of things in my life that I truly love.
It's taught me everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it has taught me the love and the respect of the game, and those that taught it and went before me has taught me so much about life and the principles from it, and just how you carry yourself, you know, bringing a team together to accomplish one task. You know what I mean? 12, 13, 14 different people from different walks of life. Your job as the coach is to learn every one of them, put them together, get them to accomplish a task, but you're creating these and developing character all along the way.
Oh, yeah, especially in today's time. Like, once you start getting with the kids, you got to start figuring out, all right, which kid needs, some tough loving, which kid can't handle tough loving.
Bingo.
Which kid.
Can't do them all the same.
Yeah, oh, no, don't work like that. Don't work like that. And that's what you got to notice too, like, when you become a coach. Like, and that was one of the biggest things I learned with coaching the girls was that patience piece of, all right, how do I coach this young lady? How do I coach this young lady? Which it really helped me with switching over to the boys because it's the same process. Like, emotions are, girls might be a little bit more emotional, but the boys, they still got emotions too. And so you can't, think it's 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You can't coach like that. But in this practice, is the biggest thing I try to tell them is make each day your masterpiece. When you do that, it's try to build on each day because the door to the past is closed. Like too often we start worrying about stuff we have no control over. And like I say, the door to the past is closed. But if you don't focus on right now, tomorrow's going to be really hard to find.
Boom. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Right now. That's the whole thing. You have to be present, focus now, work hard now.
And largely in part, if you don't focus on, if you don't handle now, it determines what you get to do tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So
I love it.
That's one of the things I tell our kids. That was probably our quote of the day, but I used it early in the year too, but I know they forgot.
Give me some other. You got any other quotes before we end today? Because I love quotes. Have you ever seen my Instagram?
No, I ain't seen the Instagram part. I follow you on Facebook, though.
I put up a daily quote.
Daily quote.
Yeah, I write it.
Gotcha.
Instead of the ones that I don't write, like I'll put like who it's by. But yeah, so I'm big into that as well. So when you said like the book and the daily quote stuff, I'm sitting here like, this is my guy.
Oh
like,
yeah,
Todd, you're my guy, dude.
No. Every practice we got a new one, and so they're on me if I forget it or I don't come in with the practice plan. And they're like, "Hey, coach, where's the quote of the day?" I'm like, "Oh, I got to pull something out the hat."
Yeah. I'm going to leave you with one that I heard.
Give me a good one.
Okay. We're all looking to be loved, comforted, and understood, but we're put here to love, comfort, and understand. And if we did that, then we all would feel loved, comforted, and understood.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I absolutely loved.
That's a great one.
So I heard that one, and I was just like, that's what it is. We're all looking for that when we're supposed to go be that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that is. And when we go and be that, and through that act and that expression, in return, we receive that.
It makes it easier.
Much easier. So you have to go and pour.
It's funny. That's something that's very similar in that book in there. But yeah, one of my favorite quotes when I find myself overwhelmed with stuff that like, it's like, all right, man, dang, I'm in the moment. I got work, got basketball, got my kids, got my wife. The stuff that gets me is like I start looking back at this quote, and I got it from Nipsey Hussle.
I love Nipsey.
To be overwhelmed and to ask yourself what I got myself into is always a reminder that I'm demanding more from myself than I ever have. And I think about that, and I'm like, yeah, what did you want? You wanted this. So how are we going to handle it?
And that's now what are you going to do with it?
Yeah. And I could, I can act irrational and go off the walls, but I wanted this. And that's why I keep trying to tell myself, it's like, what are you going to do? How are you going to fix it? How are you going to do this? How are you going to handle it? And pour more, like you said, pour more of yourself into it, and you get more back.
Bingo. It's so funny you referred Nipsey, R.I.P. It's just ironic. I'm a believer in all things are connected, but I literally just dropped a reel today, and my audio on it is Nip. Bro. And so when we're done here, I would love for you to share with me, because I haven't seen that piece where Nipsey referred 40 books.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see which ones I'd like to see that, because he is a genius.
Yeah, I made it halfway through the list so far.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Send me that list.
I will as soon as we get done.
Yeah, we got to crack into that, because he is just flows wisdom, man, and he was stolen from us too soon.
Yeah, I used to have a car wash job on the weekends. So up until 2 years ago, when I took over the boys, I worked at a car wash right here on Richardson Road, and I would be over there. I would make sure nothing got broken, nothing got if something got broken, I would fix it, taking out the trash, doing stuff. So I would be there from 10 to 5. I had a lot of idle time on my hands, and so that time right there got me into reading books. And I was just like, man, all right, I ain't got nothing better to do right now. So I might as well dive in this book. Like, I'm stuck here for, about 8 hours or so. And that's what got me into it. And then I was like, all right, well, I'll read this book. And the first book I got was The Spook That Sat by the Door. And I was like, man, this is great. And then I think it took me like a year later after I read it, there was a movie to it, and I just could have watched the movie. But I was like, man, you know what?
You got to read it.
I'm glad I read it. But when I seen the movie, I was like, oh, man. I was like, I can't get back those hours. But, hey, those are some of the best hours I had. I was like, man, this book's great. What other book can I dive into? And that's what got me into, in the off seasons, reading a different book. Because one of the things I tell our guys, we do the Carolina rule. Somebody comes out, you got to stand up, clap for your teammates. Everybody gives their teammate a high five. And so they were kind of reluctant at that. And I was like, guys, if you don't do it, I'll tell you to go off the bench, man. That's not
it's non-negotiable.
Yeah, and that's on our wall of non-negotiables. And that's what I tell them. I'm like, guys, you know the greatest player ever? He had to do that? Like, what? It's like, yeah. Dean Smith was his coach. Like, Michael Jordan had to stand up and do the Carolina rule. So if you're better than him, let me know. I was like, I'll take it off if you're better than him. I ain't found the guy. Better than him yet. So I was like, in our midst of thinking, we're high and mighty, and I'm the best one on the team, and everybody needs to do something for me. You got to realize, we're all servants. We all got to serve each other. And if we all thought like that and played like that,
can you imagine?
Yeah, our team, endless. And
you know what it's like when we've tasted success before with that, and
Oh yeah, no. The past 2 years we shot 40, mid 40s, and we've been top 5 in the state. This year we're top 5, or actually top 4 in the state in 3-point percentage. But I wanted to turn into more different stuff. That's one thing I can hang my hat on. Because,
hang it.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Because that's what I try to tell our guys.
It's all growth, no matter what. Yeah. It's just people have different lenses of what that looks like. Mm-hmm. Because you're within it.
Yeah, so.
It's with me. My middle school team. I've won my whole life. I've worked really hard, and we did not have a winning season in the win-loss column. It was a very tough season. But the character development and what happened over this season with this group of boys was remarkable.
Yeah.
And so other people may look at our win and loss thing and think it's terrible, all this other stuff. When we were in it, and I've seen the growth. We just couldn't string four quarters together, you know.
Yep.
We were trying to piece these things together. And for me, I had to realize that I spent a lot of my time teaching, you know, and emotional regulation, man. Understanding why you feel this way, where it comes from, how it affects your game. Because, like, it's a whole nother fish, you know? Like, I see them in practice executing like crazy. And like you said earlier, and you get into the games, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like now we see that there's a gap. Why does that gap exist? How do we fix that? And that, like you said, it all comes back down into the man, the individual, the person, and what you can do into it and being selfless and giving to others, putting in that work ethic. So,
the last thing I'll leave you with, or I'll tell our kids, like, winning and losing, that's great. Like, I want to win. Trust me, I want to win. Like, I try to tell them, like, guys, I can't want to win more than y'all. Like, I know every coach probably says that to their team. Guys, I can't want to win more than y'all. But the biggest thing of what we're working on is, are we trying our best? Did you give me everything you got? Because if you did that, you're always a winner.
Defining your wins.
Yeah, like
you're defining your wins.
Like, and one of the things that Coach Wooden, I'm sorry, that's my main guy, mentor.
I love it.
But one of the things, like, reading that book gave me some peace of mind with thinking, like, God, like, I got to win. I need to win. Like, if I don't, like, people don't see me as a winner. But one of the biggest things that he said when he, like, fate, like, played a big part. And I believe in that too. But, like, he didn't want to go to UCLA. That wasn't his first pick. He wanted to go to Minnesota. If it wasn't for a blizzard that knocked out the phone towers, he would have went to Minnesota.
No kidding.
Minnesota was supposed to call him at 6. UCLA was supposed to call at 7. And the job he wanted was Minnesota because he's from Indiana. Like, he wanted to stay close. And so the phone towers knock out at 6. They didn't call at 6:30, 6:45, but at 7 o'clock, UCLA calls right on the dot. Hey, coach. And he accepts the job. As soon as he gets off the phone with UCLA, guess who calls? Minnesota. And his dad set of threes, told him, you know, don't whine, don't complain. And I'm drawing a blank on the third one, but
don't worry, I'm going to be in it.
Don't whine and don't complain. And so he was like, you know what? Like, if I could have got out the deal with UCLA, I would have been Minnesota's coach, but I had just given my word 5 minutes ago. So I went out to UCLA, and then he gets to UCLA and finds out he's not really working for the university. He's working for the head of the student union. Like, he was like, what? And so he gets there. They don't have Poly Pavilion. Like, they called it the BO barn. Like, you had to walk 3 floors up to the men's gymnasium building. And that's where they played at for the first 2 years until the fire marshals kicked them out. So for 14 years, 12 of the 14 years, they played nothing but road games. So, like, even if they had a home game, it wasn't at UCLA. They had to play at high schools, other colleges, other places. And so for 14 years, he didn't win. He didn't win a national championship. So how did he derive success in not winning those games?
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, okay. For 14 years, he didn't get what he wanted. And then, but like he said, I think us playing so many road games helped our kids understand, like, when we got to the NCAA tournament, that we were fine. Like, we were good. We could, you know, we were used to playing on the road. Like, we were used to stuff not being in our favor.
Yeah. Wow.
And so I was like, man, for 14 years, like, so, you know, when people hear, he won 10 national championships, but it took a while. It took a lot of teaching. It took a lot of building.
What all went before it.
Yeah. And so with those, and he calls it the 2 hard-earned championships that he got. He said those 2 gave him some luck, because by us playing there and winning those 2 national championships and handling that adversity for all those years, he said a kid named Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got to watch him play on national television, and So he came out to get recruited, and that's the #1 player in the nation. So they were planning on building Poly Pavilion, but like it wasn't going to get done. And then Kareem says, "Hey, I'm coming here." So the president of the school was like, "Hey, we need to expedite Poly Pavilion. We need to expedite this and get this done."
Get it done.
And so that's how he got Poly Pavilion.
Jabbar's coming here.
Yeah, and then I'm talking about great weather. That made it easier.
Yep.
And, you know, you get some good players over that time, but like you said, like it took me 14 years to figure this all the way out before I got it to where I wanted it.
Patience, process.
Yep.
Right?
That's it. So
good for you, man. You're an excellent dude.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed getting to know you for sure. Yeah, we've been rolling for an hour and 13 minutes, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't
You
mean
apologize?
to keep
Shut up.
I didn't mean to keep you over.
Apologizing for it, dude. I got myself a read. When we're done here, I'm gonna walk you over by my stuff. I'm gonna recommend some things for you too.
Yeah, give me some good books, man. I need
heck
some
yeah, dude. I'm big on this stuff. So, yeah, no, I appreciate you coming out. I think you're an excellent human being. You're a great leader. I think you're perfect. You're just the perfect person to coach at Boone and be youth services coordinator. Like, this is all the stuff that I love. So I'm excited more. Selfishly, I'm kind of excited for what I'm going to be able to kind of go do with you too, because I feel like you could teach me a lot.
I'm still learning, man. I want to learn a lot from y'all.
No, I appreciate that. I do, though. I really feel like you could teach me so much. And then, you know, I want to latch on to some of these things that you guys do and then see how we can support, because this is huge stuff for me, like this mindset type thing.
That's my job, man. Is linking with the community and being able to, you know, draw them in to help our students. So
yeah, I think it's fantastic. That's where I want to pour a lot of my time.
That's our thing.
And energy.
Community partners, man. Trying to get them to help our students.
I'm all for it. Whatever you guys want to do. FocalFlip is in. Any of my businesses, we'd be in as well. So any of the stuff you guys want to do.
I would love to have you come talk to our entrepreneur. So I got another group too. We call it the Young Entrepreneur Group. That was a group I solely started just because we had so many kids, you know, trying to live in this digital space and like if you ever show these kids what you do here,
we'll talk.
Like our kids want to be, you know, on the internet, want to be in the podcast world, but they don't know how to. They don't know how to get started. And so that's one of the reasons why I started the entrepreneur group. Like we had the first year I did it, we had Trent come in, Mr. Kentucky.
Trent Grayson?
Yeah. So his mom lives down the street from me. So, but me and Trent been buddies since high school. Yeah, he's a great guy. So I was one of the few people that could get him to come in, and he talked to our kids. He literally came in, helped teach our digital media class for that day. He taught 45 minutes in the class, and then they all went down to the gym and filmed the gym class doing gym stuff. Yeah. And so he, you know, they mostly got digital cameras and stuff like that in the class. So he let a couple kids use his camera. And then they all went back to the classroom and he showed them a couple editing tools and tips. And that was great.
Real stuff.
Yeah. So like my entrepreneur kids got into that. So like they got to see what was happening and how you could, you know, get in that space. And so
that's where it's at.
That's the thing. It's just trying to connect our kids to be, you know, to do what they want. Like, you know, hey, if you're into, you know, digital and marketing and trying to be an entrepreneur and run your own business and do stuff like that, hey, I'm with you. I'm trying to do it with you, man. I want you to succeed. If you succeed, I succeed. That's what I try to tell our boys on our basketball team. Yeah. If you win, guess who else wins? I win too.
Always.
Like, I don't need to be in the front. Like, I promise you, man, I can be in the background just cheering you on. Like, I'm a really good cheerleader. Trust me. I got years in that.
Same here, dude.
So I want to see you shine. If you shine, man, I'm winning in the background, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I would be happy to do entrepreneurship stuff with them because, we've, me and our group, we've got a few different businesses and I've started 2. And, that's one of the biggest things that I want is to teach these kids how it actually all works, how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and then because it's the here's the how and the why.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then let them kind of connect those dots. We actually down at our warehouse, we did like round tables. because I have like different business professionals or folks that are in recovery, like I'll invite to come down and just hang at our table. It's like kind of our iron sharpens iron moment. And so I love doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you guys ever want to do entrepreneurship stuff, just hit me up.
Yeah,
you can even bring them down to our warehouse, and we have different places that they can check out too.
We're out. Like that was one of the things I was trying to do this year, was trying to get them off campus to go see, just go see what it does. Like they see people doing it on TV, but they don't know what it takes to actually put in the work to do it. And I want them, once they see that, they're like, oh. A lot of the kids, like once they got the camera in their hands with Trent,
and they
was able to, they were like, I can do this.
Yes, do it. Just actually do it.
And I'm like, I want you to, like, the biggest thing, like I keep trying to tell myself the same thing. Like, I don't know where I got the quote from, but do it. Do it scared, do it tired. Just do it. If you just do it, it'll be done and over with. I know you're scared. I know like there's a lot of stuff that still scare me in this day. Coming on this podcast was something that still scared me. Like, why you ask me? Like, we're not that great of a team. We're not winning yet. We're not where I want to be. But all right, I'll come out here. I'll do it scared. I'll do it nervous. I'll do whatever. Just do it. Yeah. So that's one of the things. Like I try to tell the kids, I'm like, hey, I'm still learning myself. I'm still scared of stuff.
I learn every single day. I fail all the time still. I learn every day, but I keep showing up.
Yep.
Every single time. And I have to change something if it's not working. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the way to do it. But yeah, how many's in your entrepreneurship group?
I think we got 25.
Sweet. Yeah, we'd be happy. I've got some ideas. Let's talk offline after this.
Yeah, 25 kids from all walks, shapes of life.
Yeah, we've got a few different places that you would have to. Feel free to take them to. If you want to do an off campus, we'd be happy to. Yes, so. Sir. Yeah. All right. Outside of that, I appreciate you coming out again. We've been cranking for a while.
Yeah.
So
I told you I can talk to a wall, man.
No, I love it though. I appreciate you saying that you were nervous and first coming out, because that's what I'm nervous before every single one that I do still. And that's the thing, is you just have to step out of your comfort zone sometimes, and the environment forces us to be uncomfortable, and that's life.
Oh yeah.
And that's like, you got to go do it, because that's how you gain the wisdom, is through experience.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I took the youth service job, I was just like, I called a couple of mentors of mine. I was like, hey, what am I getting myself into?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be stepping too far out of my comfort zone. What all this does this entail? They were like, oh, if you like helping people, then it's easy. I know you. Like, you do like helping people. Like, you'll be fine at this. Go do it.
Yeah.
And so when I got that, that affirmation or that confidence from them, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. And then the first year was a whirlwind. Like, it's way over my head. But I refer back to that quote, like, to ask yourself what you're getting yourself into, and to find yourself overwhelmed. You're demanding a lot more of yourself than what you ever did. And I'm proud of myself for doing that.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I'll end with this one. You like quotes. You can have fear, but you can't have doubt.
Yes, sir.
All right. Guys, hit like, hit subscribe, tune in. I'm going to have this sucker cut and drop to you guys quick. It's been a pleasure having Coach Humphrey out here. I wish you, the program, everything that you do, your family, your kids, I wish you nothing but the best. And I look forward to a friendship, man. It's going to be cool. So, like I said, you guys, Amazon, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, we'll have this sucker rolling out here in about a week or so. So we appreciate it. Anything else you want to end on?
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for letting me come out and tell my story.
No problem.
And I wanted to give you, you gave me a gift with letting me tell my story. I wanted to give you a gift with the book, man.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate it very much. So, all right, guys. We love y'all. We're out.
Peace.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We're out.
Thank you.
So, guys, you should like and subscribe and, hit that,
Okay.
I can't get it.
Okay.
I'm not used to this.
Okay. Hey, guys, subscribe to my dad's video and just, like the bell.
Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell.
And stay tuned.
100%. Love y'all. We're out.
I love that.